Okay, nice warm welcome everyone this evening to tonight's meditation class. Getting yourselves nice and comfortable so you can lie down, or you can sit cross-legged, or you can sit on a chair or sofa, whatever is feeling right for you. If you're on the floor like I am, just placing a pillow or a cushion underneath your sitting bones, and perhaps taking your hands on your legs, or they can be on your knees, or the palms can be on top of one another in your lap. And if you're lying down, just allow the feet to flop out to the sides. Bring your arms gently, close your eyes, take a light gaze, whatever is feeling comfortable for you this evening. And let's just now begin by arriving. And as we arrive, really starting to tune in, become aware of your space, your environment. So we're just going to spend a few moments outside of our bodies, and we're going to spend a few moments in the space outside of us. So I'd like you to imagine that you are floating outside of your body, and you're floating in this open space. And as you float in this open space, really start to gain a sense of the expanse, and perhaps gain a sense of the lightness of the space, hence the floating. And perhaps gain a sense of the colours in the space as well. So it's quite bright, it's light, almost twinkly. And just allow yourselves just to bathe in this twinkly, light, open, expanse space. Just to gently float along. Just allowing any worries, concerns, plans, lists to drain away. So just spending a few moments here. And whilst you're just spending a few moments floating in this space, just acknowledging if the mind is sort of holding on, or it's pushing away, or it's trying to interfere in just this joyful floatingness. Just observing with curiosity. Not going to be judgmental of the mind. We're just going to send it love and kindness. And then you start to see yourself floating a little bit closer now towards you, towards your body. And then you float all the way now to the body so that you become one. And as you become your body, start to gain a sense, a feeling of your whole body now. So asking yourselves how you're feeling this evening. And just allowing any thoughts, feelings, emotions to arise in relation to that question. Just allow anything to come up. Really allow it to come up. And allow yourself to say yes to it, opposed to saying no. So if there's any negativity arising, can you just let it be, let it come? Allow yourself to feel it. And then perhaps on the exhale, just allow it out. Spending a few moments here, just allowing ourselves to feel. Okay. So as you allow yourself to feel, you allow yourself to let go. You could perhaps visualize any thoughts, feelings, emotions as if they're like clouds in a deep blue sky, and you can allow those clouds to just gently float away. or you can visualize those thoughts, those feelings, emotions as if they are waves in an ocean. Perhaps visualizing that wave coming towards you, and then visualize it washing over you. So perhaps also taking note of the sound of the wave. So just spending a few moments here with this visualization of the waves or the clouds, whatever is feeling or sitting right with you this evening. So at any point throughout today's practice, if you notice the mind becoming busy, you can use these visualizations to settle the mind, to allow it to let go. And as you allow it to let go, we're going to work into an anchoring practice before we move on to a breathing exercise. So let's begin by taking our awareness down towards our feet, all the way to the feet now. And just perhaps if your feet are pressed on the earth, if you're seated, feeling the whole sole of your foot against the ground. Just feeling the warmth of the ground against the foot if it's carpeted, or if you've got a sock on. And then perhaps feeling your heel against the earth if you're lying down. As you feel the sole of the foot, take your awareness to your toes and feel into the big toes. Now, as you take your awareness and your feeling into those big toes, do you feel a sense of warmth? Do you feel the energy in your toes? Do you feel the tingliness in your toes? Coming to the second toes, feel into those second toes, feeling a sense of warmth, feeling that energy, maybe feeling a sense of tingliness as you take your awareness there. Feeling into the third toes, feel the warmth, feel the energy, feel the tingliness. Fourth toes, and the fifth toes, the pinky toes. Feeling into the whole foot, taking your attention to your whole foot, so both the feet. Again, if you take your awareness there, that's when you start to feel that tingliness, that energy. Now taking your awareness now up to both your ankles, feeling those ankles, feeling the warmth. Moving from the ankles up to the calves and the shins. Take your awareness there. Allow the shins and the calves to relax. And then up towards the kneecaps. So feeling that joint area. Feeling the warmth of the kneecaps. Feeling the relaxation of the kneecaps. And perhaps feeling that energy, the tingliness there in the kneecaps. Now, if you've got your hands on your knees, perhaps feeling the warmth of the hands, feeling the tingliness of the hands. Now, if you haven't got your hands on your knees and you've got your hands at your sides, or you've got them just a little bit above the knees, really feel into those hands. So feel into the thumbs. Again, feel into the energy of the thumbs. Feel into the index fingers. Feel into that tingly energy. Feel into the middle fingers. Feeling into the ring fingers. And feeling into the pinky fingers, the baby fingers. Feeling into both your hands. As you really just start to draw attention and your awareness to your hands, do your hands start to feel like they're getting a bit warmer? Noticing that energy in your hands. Now taking your awareness now, so our hands, if they were on the kneecaps, taking your awareness now up the upper legs. Again, feeling into those upper legs. Again, take your awareness there. Really feel into those parts of your bodies. So feeling the shape of the muscles perhaps. Feeling a sense of energy, a sense of tingliness. And then moving up towards the pelvis. So feeling both your hip bones. Spending a moment here. And then from your hip bones, just take your awareness to your sitting bones. Feeling one sitting bone to the next as well. Again, become aware of the energy at the base of your spine, which is where the sitting bones are sort of moving towards. Spending a moment here. Then start to move up the spine now, one vertebrae by vertebrae at a time. Very gently, very slowly. Again, as you become aware of one vertebrae at a time, again, seeing if you can feel into the energy of each individual vertebrae. Can you feel that tingliness, that energy in your spine as you move up the spine? So gently coming up the spine now to the point where the rib cage attaches onto the spine. And then just feeling the back of the rib cage, feeling the shell of the rib cage, protecting your heart, feeling the shoulder blades. And then up towards the neck, feeling the natural curve in the neck. Again, tracing that energy up the spine. Neck is an extension of the spine. Up to the crown of the head. As you come up to the crown of the head, just for a moment, just floating above your head, I'd just like you to visualize a glowing ball of white light energy. And that glowing ball of white light energy is just surrounding your whole being. And you're drawing from that energy positively, just with love and kindness and intuition and wisdom. Allow yourself to bathe in this energy, this ball of light. Again, perhaps gaining that sense of lightness that you were feeling when you were floating outside of your body at the start of the practice. So continue to allow the body to soften through this anchoring exercise. So as you're bathing in this ball of light, allow the face to soften. Relax the creases in the forehead. Allow the eyes to roll back into their sockets. Bringing the tongue to either the roof of your mouth or just in front of your two bottom teeth. Gently parting the lips. Just allow everything to be soft. Allow the body to be soft. As you allow the body to be soft, can you start to acknowledge and become aware of your breath? Breathing into the nose, sending your breath down into your chest, into your belly. Just noticing how the breath is. Is the breath nice and steady? Or is the breath a little bit tender, a bit shallow? And perhaps visualize, imagine that this glowing ball of white energy is nourishing your breath now. So on each inhale, the breath becomes softer, the breath becomes more steady. And on each exhale, the breath becomes softer and more steady as well. So just spending a few moments here, just observing the steadying of your breath as you gently float in this ball of energy. Spending a few moments here with this breath. And if the mind is wandering, that's okay. Just become aware and just refocus. If you need to refocus 100 times, that is okay. As your breath gains a sense of steadiness, perhaps taking note of your heart for a moment as well. You can maybe even take your hands onto your heart. So I'd really like you to just place your hands on your heart for a moment. And as you breathe into the belly and breathe into your chest, really just feel your heartbeat. Just notice and observe the heartbeat. And our heartbeat can remind us of being in this present moment as well, just with our bodies. It reminds us that we are alive, that we've got this human body, this human experience in this moment. And I'd like you to visualize that glowing white light that we saw floating above the crown of our head. And that glowing white light is, as I said, it's nourishing us and it's nourishing our heart and it's wrapping our heart up in a nurturing warm blanket, giving it so much love and kindness. And even though that love and kindness and compassion comes from our hearts deep within, sometimes it just needs to be reminded of that. So this sort of energy field around us is just reminding us that we have that deep within. So just imagine that you're sending lots of love and kindness to your heart. And then from your heart, you're going to just visualize that spreading of that love and kindness. So you can visualize the movement, if you want, of the energy. So just breathing into your heart space, into your belly space, feeling your heartbeat. I'm just going to allow you to sit here for a few moments, just enjoying this. Okay, so I'm going to move on to another breathing exercise. So Nadi showed an alternate nostril breathing. So you can just take your one hand down onto your knee. You can use your left or your right hand, whatever's feeling right. Place the right thumb over the right nostril. And I'd like you to just exhale for a count of 4 or 5 out of your left nostril. If you want to go for longer and do 6, then you can do that too. Exhale out of the left nostril by blocking off the right. On completion of the exhale, inhale through the left. Then block off that left nostril with your ring finger of that same hand. Pause for a moment. And then exhale out the right nostril, releasing the right thumb. Inhale through the right nostril. Then block off the right nostril, pause again. exhale out the left. Inhale left. Block that off, pause. Then exhale right. So we're always switching sides on the exhale. Inhale right. Then block off that right nostril, exhale left. Now I'd like you to do a few of these on your own. So maybe do this for a couple of minutes now. So again, exhale out of the left, inhale left, block it off, exhale right, inhale right, block it off, exhale left. So just keep switching on the exhale. See if you can keep your focus, your attention at the nostrils and just at the brow center as well, maintaining that steadiness. Let's do one more round. Gently finishing the round that you're at. Just taking your arms back down again, keeping the shoulders nice and relaxed. Just spending a moment just to observe the breath in the nostrils. And just observing your internal environment, just noticing if there's a change. Noticing if the heart beats a little bit slower. And now we're going to just sit here for a few moments, just allowing things to be spontaneous. So you can be, the breath can be spontaneous, and just allow anything to come up in the mind. So just observe with curiosity. Without refocusing on the breath, we're just going to sit as we are. Just be curious, be the bystander, be the witness. Allow yourself to feel. Okay, so just bringing your awareness back to your body, to your breath, to your mind, and to the space outside of you, to the outside world. Just taking a moment to acknowledge, to feel again. And just thanking yourself for just taking this time, just to be. Maybe slowly start to wriggle your fingers and your toes, wrists and ankles. Now if you're lying down, perhaps gently rolling onto your side into the recovery position. And then bring yourself up into seated, and if you're seated, bring the palms together, and I'd like you to really rub your palms really quite hard so you start to feel a lot of warmth and heat. And then take both those palms onto your chest where your heart is. Feeling that warmth, feeling that energy. And allow the energy to spread into the heart, around the body for a moment. And then maybe even taking your hands to your face, feeling that warm, loving energy. Maybe opening your eyes, just gazing into the darkness, into stillness, into love. And then just draw your palms together at your heart space. Thank you very much for practicing with me. You might want to take a gentle little bow if you so wish. Gently coming back up to center. And then when you're ready, gently opening your eyes. Coming back to the world.
Thank you. Thank you.